Lee, we start with injury news, please. How's Josh Bowden getting on, Chris Green?
Yeah, no change. End of March, I think,
Yeah.
on both of them. So running now, both of them, chomping at the bit and ready. Both at the back end of a long injury period. So they can almost see the light at the end of the tunnel now.
Obviously, one player has come back. Talnoa played last night. I don't know if have you seen anything that he's. Have you seen any footage or anything?
I went.
Right.
A blast from the past. Unique ground, unique hill that they play on, and more sand than there was grass on the pitch. So, won't do him any harm whatsoever.
How do you think he did?
I thought he all did all right. I thought it was a real, bit of biff in there. There was some elbows and some gouging and some. It was an old school, tough game of rugby.
And will he come back into contention for next week?
You have to ask Ratto and Beretta.
Well, I was going to ask, to be fair, it's not a straightforward path for him, is it? Given how Rattu's done.
I don't think anybody's got a straightforward. If somebody's playing well in front of you, then they'll hold that spot down, obviously, until they stop playing well.
Yeah, well, 2 weeks he's been signed now, Rattu, and he's got 3 tries. Must be delighted.
Yeah, no, and scored a heap as well, obviously, in the reserves and the pre-season friendlies as well. So, look, that was the first thing that jumped out at me was his ability to finish opportunities, and he's continued that.
Yeah, he's got speed that, is it fair to say that you don't really have around the rest of the squad?
Over a distance, definitely. Yeah. Over 70, 80 metres. I think Shirley might have him covered over 40 or 20, 40. But over 100, I don't think there's anybody as fast as him.
Obviously Connor's been ruled out. How is he doing after that?
Alright, yeah, good. Disappointing, but could have been a lot worse, so a bit of relief as well in there.
And it's obviously pleasing that Kelly's back to almost fill that hole a little bit.
Yeah. I'd love one of them. I'd love all 3 of them, all the spine to be playing at one time and give me a real headache in stepping somebody down, but everybody keeps saying 3 don't go into 2, but I've never had the 3, so hopefully that'll change.
Just around the squad though now, you've got competition for places everywhere, even now Tag's back as well, that front row it's tasty.
It does, I think, like you say, with Tools round the corner, with Greenie and Josh obviously looking a little bit closer as well. There's competition there. We've got Dean Hadley back obviously last week as well, so that's for the first time I'm telling players they're not playing for so long now. The team's picked itself. I think the last game of the season we couldn't take an 18th man to Wigan. We had 17 players, so to tell 2 people are not involved this weekend sounds really bad. This was great.
To have Tag back, that's a massive boost, isn't it?
Yeah, he was in really good form before his suspension, so was right up there in terms of our go forward, in terms of numbers, and was consistently hitting 100 metres every week. So he's big for us, and he'll be big when he comes back as well. Yeah,
and them 2 leadership voices with Gaz Ellis there as well.
Definitely, between him, Danny, and Scott, and you throw Minnie and Seeks in there as well. There's a good, honest leadership group there.
Oh, and you think Gaz will stick around for?
As long as he wants. As long as he keeps performing like he is.
That door's still open for him, is it?
100%, yeah. It's getting wider.
I thought Mickey Pay was excellent last week.
Definitely. I think the last 2 weeks he's been really good, really strong for us up front. A couple of them carries where his momentum comes to a standstill and then he finds a little bit extra and kicks on for another 67 metres. What's been most pleasing for me regards Mickey is probably the other side of the fence, his defence. There's been some real stinging, his assists in tackles and his front of contact as well, which was the area I really wanted to see him improve on, and the last 2 weeks he's been great there.
And his part of the Tonga as well, he
keeps getting better, Massey. Yeah, I predicted it. I don't want to put any pressure on the kid, but I predicted this would be his real breakthrough year. Because of the pre-season he had, it was fantastic for our pre-season, and a real lump of a thing to move in the wrestle room, so I can only imagine he's like that on the field as well.
You've been consistent in saying that the morale here has been fantastic. But have you seen a change on the pitch, like in a sense of a confidence since that Wigan game?
Not really, no. I don't think the Wigan game was any different to the Rovers game. You know, it was exactly the same for large parts of the game. We dominated. We just didn't do enough to get them out of there after 80 minutes. You know, the only difference was they scored in the last second and Zachary missed his kick. But the effort was great. The attitude has been great. It has been all four, you know, and it's going to have to be great again on Friday, which I'm sure it will, because if it is, then we win more than we lose, and ultimately that's what we want to do.
Yeah, because I just thought in the second half, that like 20-minute period, you were like devastating. That must be a confidence thing.
Yeah, change of you know, took a couple of words at half time to change some things how we was playing. You know, I'd love them to adapt to that out there.
Yeah.
But that's just me being greedy, I think. You know, the conditions might be the same tomorrow. You know, I think they are going to be so. You have to turn up with a certain mindset to play in these conditions.
What are you expecting tomorrow?
But Leeds better than they've been. I've never played Leeds, and it's been a slow game, and I've never played them. It's been an easy game. I don't know why they always turn up against Hull FC. You get the best Leeds Rhinos against Hull FC, so that's what we'll get.
Yeah, because obviously it's been a slow start for the season for them, hasn't it?
It's been a terrible start for them, but you know, you can put your bottom dollar on it. It'd be a different outfit tomorrow.
Given the power they've got out wide on the edges and that's
yeah, they're a different animal. You know, they've changed tack in terms of recruitment. You know, they've spent some incredible amount of funds with the blokes they've brought in. So when them blokes are on the game, they're going to be a really good start. I know everybody keeps saying it's a transitional period and they're still finding their feet. We've just got to make sure it's not tomorrow that the transition happens.
Obviously 2,000 went to Huddersfield. How keen are you to reward them fans with a home win? It's been long overdue.
We'll bring plenty, and they will as well. So Casey will be bouncing tomorrow. That inevitably makes the game more intense, and that's why I know Leeds are going to be bang at it. So we've got to turn up and do our part and continue to keep doing the good work we've been doing.
Yeah, and James Shaw's back as well. Just a word on how big.
Yeah, I thought it'd been great prior to his. You know, he's been one of our most consistent players. So to have him back. You probably don't notice it till he's not there, but the work he does in, you know, your average Joe will see the work he does regards his pendulum and regards his numbers, but his percentages are incredibly high with his numbers, when to put himself in the line, when not to, when to tell a bloke to go short side, when not to. He gets his numbers right a lot for a full-back in this competition, and we probably didn't get him quite as high last week. Yeah, I
think this is a real big year for him in terms of establishing himself within Super League's elite, really.
I think the England call-up has really helped him.
Yeah.
I think he played really well in that game and could have quite easily been a contender, obviously, to play in the series. He's had a really good pre-season. He's been in from day one. Looks strong and fit. All the data tells us that as well. It was a cruel blow, obviously, to lose him last week, but it's great to have him back.
Yeah, because obviously he's got 6 Man of Steel points now. He's just won the Player of the Month here as well, so he must be buzzing as well.
Yeah, he's buying plenty of people a lot of cash.
Cheers, mate.
Well, good,
I think one of 2 wins back to back done for you and the team. Do you think, especially for you, the frustration of not getting points on the table till?
And done a lot for me, but it's stopped the question of when you're going to win 13-0. You know, it's just nipped that in the backside, which I suppose it has done something for me. It's, you know, the frustration of them questions was starting to get to me a little bit, so that's where it's probably done me a bit of good. But in terms of, like I said, in terms of what we've done in the first 4 rounds, we could have quite easily nipped the other 2 as well.